Hello everyone, this is Teddy Kecksteff from Forex Trading Unlocked, and we are here on June 30th, 2020 for a Forex Market Daily analysis and live trading webinar for you. And before we get into today's meat and potatoes, let's just go to our disclaimer real quick to remind you that this video is for educational and illustrative purposes only. So currently we do not have any trades on right now. It is a holiday week. We're coming just off of the futures expiration and rollover of last week for the financials especially. So the currencies are getting back online, but the volumes are going to be skittish. So before we start our analysis, just wanted to remind you some of our trading signals you can learn about in the book High Probable Japanese Candlestick Patterns, available on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle version. And with that, we are now at the Forex-Trading-Unlocked.com website, and we have our signals system. Just to let you know, if you go to the menu bar here and you click on Forex Signals, you can pull up the page that will our signals and our performance. And then this is where our data is right now. So far on the year, we're up 120%. So if you want to follow us, you can just check out those links and follow us that way. And then you'll know what we're doing when we're trading. So right now we have the workstation page pulled up. The Euro US dollar has had a little bit of volatility today. It had been leaning on support earlier this morning. Now that the US stock market is open, it seems to have come back and gravitated towards the middle of its range. We have right now a slowly creeping little break going on right now in the Euro US dollar. So we're pressing support. We have a downward sloping resistance line here, setting our trend, and our target range is just two little tan bands here. So down at what is this, at 111.45 and 110.80. This is our support band that we're looking for the market to break down into. So we also have this upward sloping support line. As you can see, the market is wedging into our target zone. Only a breakout of 113.50 would have us looking for higher move highs. Right now we're looking for a sideways to lower trade with the Euro US dollar. Let's look at the British pound US dollar. Oh wait, yeah, let's take this, got the right symbol in. Okay, so the British pound US dollar, as you can see, it has taken out this upward sloping support line. We now have the market maintaining a lower to neutral posture. We have this downward sloping resistance line here setting the trend. Yesterday we made a lower move low. Today we have an inside day. So we have a little pause for the cause, but right now we have this market targeting the $1.2110 down to $1.1946 area down here. So if you think as far as like how the volatility is going, especially with this little trend line, if you look at it from today, and we'll go out into July. So this is kind of our little area that we're looking for the market to come down into. So are we looking for an aggressive sell-off? Well, we can bobble down this little trend line for the next couple of sessions. Actually, we can go all the way down into next week. Remember, it's a holiday markets settling in this week. We have Friday. The U.S. markets will be taking a sabbatical for the July 4th holiday. So right now we have this market that's under pressure a little bit, but today it's inside day. Today in the Swiss we have also a kind of a neutral day. It did make a higher move high, but it is slightly lower. As you can see, this one is pretty much just in a consolidation wedging pattern. Unless we get a breakout above 95.53, we're going to stay, I think, contained in this range here. Just like unless we have a failure from 94.22, I think we will stay contained as well. This trend is wedging, even though it's sideways. It is setting us up for a breakout, but that could still be all the way into August. We can go sideways for quite some time. So right now we don't have any signals in this market, and we're just looking at going pretty much nowhere for the US dollar Swiss. So we have a little bit of strength in the dollar versus the pound and the euro. Today, obviously, it's starting to fall back, and maybe the damage is done. It seems like trading is a little light, which is to be expected as we get closer into Friday. A lot of people are off already in the United States, so there's a lot of traders that aren't paying attention to the market, so it's all algos. So if there's nothing really to spark a move, especially from any numbers or anything like that, then I would not have very big expectations for many of these markets. In fact, unless you're already in a trade, like we're not in any trades anymore. We got out of our last trades this morning. We were short the euro US dollar, and we got out of that, and now we are done for the week. So we're just going to watch how things are manifesting. We will still do our webinars, but we are completely out until after the holiday markets, unless we see a major trade setup evolve. But right now, we do not have that going on. So we've looked at the Europeans. Now let's look at the US Dollar JPY. Now this one has been a nice little bull as of late, showing that it wants to make a run at resistance. Now it didn't make a higher move high, but it is still higher on the day. So we're targeting this 107.98 to 108.41 target band up here. I think that we have a very good chance of reaching this sometime in the next week or so. Now it could be even just the next couple days. So right now we are riding this upward sloping resistance or support line, but we also have this downward sloping resistance line that we are coming into. So this would be a good target area, and then we could probably go sideways. As you can see, this market has been pretty much in this range where we're heading up into for the majority of the last 4 months. So not very much on this for expectations either for the US dollar yen, but we are looking for a little bit more of a continuation of the rally. So let's look at what else is going on in this part of the world. We're going to look at the Australian dollar, US dollar. Now this market has fallen through upward sloping support. It has been holding this trend intact for months, but it really is going more sideways than anything. So unless we have a breakout of 69.75 to the upside here, or a failure from this low point swing low here at 67.79, I think the market's going to be contained, probably playing with support more than resistance, just because we have this downward sloping resistance line already set with the current short-term sideways to lower trend. So we'll see if we can breach this downward sloping resistance. Then obviously 69.75 will be in jeopardy of being challenged, and a breach of that would have us back on the rally campaign and looking for a nice little move higher as this market ends its corrective move lower and starts a new move higher, or it will fall apart here, stay below this downward sloping resistance, fall through 67.79, and extend the correction lower. Right now, we are still overall, it's been bullish, so right now it's on a neutral path, but short term it looks like it wants to play with support. So this one is definitely showing some weakness. Now, as far as showing another correlation, the New Zealand dollar, US dollar, is in a similar situation as the Aussie, but not quite as negative. This upward sloping support line holding the trend is still intact. By attrition, we could fall through it, but that would take until the middle of July. But this support base seems to be pretty solid here, even when it touched down today. But 63.81, this seems to be our main line in the sand, I would say, for the bulls. Any failure from here would have us riding this upward sloping support line, and any failure from here would then have us on the definitely confirmed bearish campaign. So right now it's neutral, not as bearish as the Australian dollar, US dollar, but definitely it looks like the New Zealand dollar wants to test support. So meaning dollar strength is what we have in the euro right now. In the pound, obviously the pound is slightly higher today, but it's an inside day. But overall, the trend for the dollar seems to be creeping a little bit higher in a bullish fashion. Does that mean that the dollar is a major bull and getting ready to trend higher in a big way? No, I think it's just a matter that the lower end of the consolidation for the dollar is pretty much bottomed, and now we're starting to see dollar support come in against these markets right now, especially as we head into these holiday markets. All right, let's look at the US dollar TRY. And this is one of the reasons why I say be careful with the holiday markets, and I think that we are kind of stabilizing now as far as the dollar. Look at how this market has flatlined. If you go back to this market all the way back to like July of 19, last summer, this is how this market was bobbling around. It had some good volatility, but it was trading between, was it $5.45 and $5.95. Now we've had this immense rally that has occurred, and now we are trading in a range like, what is it? Today's range is $6.85 down to $6.83. This market has dried up. I mean, it has a wide spread getting in and out of it to begin with, but it's almost like your spread is the range of the day. Well, not really quite, but it's definitely tightened up, especially as you see this correction that we've now based, and for now 2.5 weeks, it is just going absolutely nowhere. So that means that I think that the dollar, as the index as a whole, has found good support, and not that it wants to go off to the moon and going to start a new big bullish move. I think that right now the dollar is definitely going to at least maintain itself to give most of the currencies a little bit of a run for their money right now. So I don't think you're going to see a lot of strength coming in from any of your other currency crosses, at least over the next couple of days or so, as we get finished this the month out, actually, the first half of the year. Now, the US dollar Mexican peso, we had a buy signal here, and we had a buy signal here, which is another favorite high probable Japanese candlestick pattern. This is a continuation pattern, this 5-day pattern, and it has us targeting this 23.62 to 24.12 pesos to the dollar. So I think that as long as the dollar does maintain this kind of creepy bullish, strength kind of thing going on, that the Mexican peso over the next couple weeks or a week or so has a good chance at touching this lower part of this band or getting into this target zone. As you can see, this upward sloping support line is helping to maintain this trend. So we do see dollar strength here, but this is really would put it back into where we've had this consolidation range for most of the past 4 months. And I think that that's really where it's gravitating to. Not that it wants to go to 25 or 26. I think this area here would be a good stabilization area, just like you can see how much trading had been there over the last month and a couple months. So let's look at the US dollar Canada, also in this trading zone. This market has pretty much done the same thing. It's showing that it wants to kind of creep higher. I think that this trading band here of $1.39.94 to $1.41.49 is a good target band. How quickly will it get up there? Well, this could just keep riding the support line up here, and it could take all the way into the middle of end of July before it creeps back up there. Only a failure from $1.3481 here has us on the sell campaign, where we would be looking to continue the bearish momentum that has been the US dollar Canada trend since March. But remember, there had been a big rally in place, so this could be the bottom of this correction. We filled this gap over here, and now we might, especially if there's another wave too with the coronavirus and what have you, that we may spike through this trading band right there. Now let's look at the Euro US dollar again, where we started this webinar, and see where things are going. As you can see, this market has rallied just a little bit more. It's right in the middle part of its range, showing that I think that after the stock market's only been open an hour, and right now, like I said, it's a holiday week. Be careful, folks. This is not the time to try and make your money this week. This is the week that, I don't care where you are in the globe, the U.S. dollar and major stock markets and stuff like that around the world are going to be influenced by the drying up of liquidity and volume, just because we have the end of the month, we have the end of the quarter, we have the midpoint of the year, and also we're heading into holiday markets in the United States. So with that being said, today I think that the balance of the books are done. Like I said, we've closed out our trades today. You can see our performance on our signal system. In fact, the one thing we should go over real quick, since you're still with us here, is remember, go to our top of our menu up here. Actually, we'll go over to this one here, and then we'll go to Forex Signals. You click on that, and it pulls up the Signals page, and when you toggle down here, oops, that's the Nadex page, excuse me. Okay, this is right. There we go. Now it's loading. Okay, so here we have the Forex Signals page, which is loading. And this is how you can find our performance every day on our website. And as you can see, it has me, Theodore Kekstad, or Teddy as I usually go by, and it shows the balance. Now, this is our account that we use for tracking our signals. We have other proprietary accounts, but this is the one that we offer to the public. Now, the reason it is used in micro lots is because we show that from the smallest trader on up, that this can be done, and also the accounts that we have, there, you only allocate 10% of your trading capital. So for every 1,000, you would have $100 in. And this would be where this account is at. We're showing how this grows and how you can grow this account over the next Obviously, next year or two, this used to be a test account for when we used to do debunk all kinds of systems, and then when FXCM blew up, it was just a dormant account. So we reactivated it this year, and we decided to show a lot of our students, especially through our YouTube webinars like this, how you can actually use our signals and you can apply it to your portfolio, and it can help enhance your ability to be profitable in the longer run. So, and as you can see, we're pulling up our results right now. And here it has Forex Trading Unlocked. It has my name. This is all third-party verified by MQL5.com. Stats are all here. You can see our growth, our balance, and equity, and what have you. And you can look down and you can see that it has a trading history. It'll pull up all our trades. And then you can see what we had done in the recent real time, what have you. We have the statistics here that gives you all of our distributions for the different symbols for the markets that we've traded, whether you were short, long, what have you, and all the other types of statistics. Risk slippage, descriptions, then we have the reviews, which would be nice if somebody would leave one for us. What's new, subscribers, obviously, but trading history is the biggest thing. Statistics is also the other one, so you can see how it would perform over time and what you would be able to most likely expect. So since we don't have any questions in the chat room, we are going to go back to our main page there, forextradingunlocked.com, and here we are going to give you one more plug for the High Probable Japanese Candlestick Patterns book, available on Amazon.com and paperback and Kindle versions. Please check it out. We are going to have a free giveaway where you will be able to download the Kindle version. So stay tuned to our webinars, and we are looking to launch that after the holiday is over, once in the middle of July, once things get back in action a little bit. So there's plenty of volatility. It's not going to be a sleepy summer, but it is going to be a little bit of a quiet next week or so, until next Monday, basically, or Sunday night. So thank you very much for your time. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and spread it around. And if you have any questions, leave them in our chat box, and always message us, and we'll try and incorporate you into our next video. With that, we will see you tomorrow, and who knows, maybe we will have a trade to put on for the holiday, but right now, don't force it. If we don't have a signal, don't do anything. This is not the time. Remember, you want to keep your bottom line up.